Hello, and welcome back to Finding Melvina Massey. I am your host, Amari Massey. This time around, my dad and uncle are on the search for where Melvina was laid to rest. On May 3rd, 1911, Melvina Massey passes away at a local hospital in Fargo, North Dakota. Her obituary said that she was thought to be about 73 years old, having lived in Fargo for about 30 of those years. When speaking of her known relatives, it is said that she had a niece named Lila Brandt in Washington and a niece named Margaret Ruffin in New York. And when it comes to her son Henry Massey, it was assumed that he was also in Washington. Using this obituary, my Uncle Brandon tried to figure out where Melvina may have been buried.
Now, I don't really remember who suggested it to me, but I was told there was a book about the burials at the Riverside Cemetery in Fargo, North Dakota. So I wrote an email to the Fargo Public Library asking them if they could help me out. I gave them the title of the book. I got a response a little while later telling me how I could get copies of the information, and then I set that up and they sent the information to me through the mail.
First was the name index. It showed that Melvina was born in Virginia around 1836. And that her interment number was 1740. Next was the interment list. From this we see Melvina passed away on May 3rd and was buried 6 days later. Under the section for relatives, only her lawyer Taylor Crum is noted. We can also see the cause of death was weakness following pneumonia. The final document was the map of Riverside Cemetery. And highlighted in yellow was the general location of Melvina's grave. So shortly after that, with this information in hand, my Uncle Brandon went to Fargo, North Dakota with my dad.
Today we're here at Riverside Cemetery, Fargo, North Dakota, where Melvina Massey was laid to rest. Melvina Massey passed on May 3rd, 1911, at what is assumed to be the age of 73. At the time of her death, she willed most of her possessions to her son Henry Massey. To her husband at the time, Henry Charles Ray, she left $1 and a plot of land. According to the information that we have, Melvina Massey is buried at SG 16, row 27, which we believe to translate to single grave 16 in row 27, which should be somewhere in this general area next to the old mausoleum. All right, let's go find this place. Gonna head over to the main office, see if we can't grab a map, find out where this burial plot is, go visit the grave. Ah, there's the office. Yeah. Just gonna go in here, this main office here, see if we can't get some maps of the area, find this burial plot.
At the cemetery's main office, my dad takes a look at the indexes once more. Here's where we see the actual entries for Melvina's burial.
So we have a map here of the cemetery, and now we can attempt to find Melvina's grave. Go pay a little visit. So according to the map, it seems that she's actually located right behind the main office building here. I got a chance to look at the books, and in the books, she's listed at 75. Though other records that I found have said 73, so I guess it's safe to assume we really don't know how old she was. We only got an approximation. Well, it looks like we found the location of Melvina Massey's burial site. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to have a headstone. But this is the location that is on file that we have on the maps. So it is looking like we are gonna need to kind of put it together a little family fund and see if we can't get her a headstone here, pay her the proper respects. But like I said, it's a work in progress, you know, and all evidence is leading to this spot here, so we're gonna pay our respects. We brought some flowers, pay our respects, leave them here, and you know, we're gonna work on the rest. So after finding the location of Melvina Massey's grave and discovering there's no headstone, I think that we need to A, do something about it, and 2, if you find yourself in the Riverside Cemetery in Fargo, North Dakota, you can look for these flowers here or on the map. The plot is in the actual location, but there is no headstone, so I'm pretty sure a curator could help out, but paid our respects. We're gonna go do some more research.
We hope you enjoyed taking this trip with us to Fargo, North Dakota to find Melvina Massey. I'm your host, Amari Massey, and I'll see you later.